As a local realtor here in Southern Delaware, my time at the beach can be much busier than most. Helping buyers, sellers, and managing properties requires a lot of attention to detail and care for others. Being happy where I live and enjoying what I do makes this job so much easier. That is why Southern Delaware is not only a great place to live, but also a great place to work. The locals truly love and care for their businesses and customers. Living in such a beautiful place naturally inspires you to share it with others. On today's show, I'm going to share Lewes, Delaware with you. We're going to meet the mayor, talk to a few local business owners, and show you why Lewes is such a great place to purchase a home. This is Southern Delaware, Southern Delaware Selections. When I have free time, I love to enjoy the state parks. Going to the beach and riding are some of my favorite things to do outside. The Gordon's Pond and Breakwater Junction bike trails run north and south between Rehoboth and Lewes, offering great options for outdoor exercise and transportation. The city of Lewes is situated where the Delaware Bay and Atlantic Ocean meet at Cape Henlopen. This naturally beautiful area offers beaches on both the ocean and bay, trails, and nature preserves that attract many to this small historic town. In addition to natural beauty, the charming downtown offers a wonderful historic district with architecture dating back to the 17th century. There are museums, special tours, cozy accommodations, and restaurants to please any palate, along with unique shops and boutiques, all within walking distance of each other. Alright, so here we are with Lewes Mayor Ted Becker and Betsy Reamer of the Lewes Chamber of Commerce. Thank you both for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Great to have you here.
This is beautiful.
It is a beautiful day here.
It's a Chamber of Commerce Day in Lewes, Delaware.
Yeah, and what is a Chamber of Commerce Day in Lewes, Delaware?
Oh, it's just a beautiful place to be. You can see behind us we're going down the canal, which it's just so nice to be able to be out on the water. We started out as a town with a maritime heritage, and so it's just a great place to be able to look and see what's all around us, and it's beautiful.
It feels good. There's a nice breeze today. It was a good day to be on the water. So we see others out here enjoying it as well.
Well, I think cruising down this canal, you really get a sense of how related we are to the water. Since you grew up here, you probably remember it being very quiet in the winter, and really we don't have an off season anymore. No. It really goes 365. So it's a very exciting community.
It's just got so much charm, and visitors are looking for authentic experiences, and this is an authentic town.
I think you absolutely hit that nail on the head right there. I think you described it very well, and I've heard other people say similar things. It sounds like what you guys are doing at the Chamber of Commerce has been a big part of the changes here, I would say.
Well, I feel like I have a really easy job because
I think that one of the things that I hear said is that it's an authentic experience. Whereas, sometimes you go to a beach community and it's all about the beach. We're certainly about the beach, but we have a lot of history here, and the intimate relationship that people can have between the water and the small town living. If you come from a major metropolitan area, as Betsy mentioned, you don't have that. You don't have access to that on a one-on-one basis. You have to do it as a group. You have to do it in a larger mass situation, and that's not what Lewes is. You see many more people being able to get out on their own, and of course the development of the bike trails that is going on around here has further enhanced people getting out on their own and having an experience with nature and with the whole community, seeing whether they're biking on one of our trails or they're biking on our streets looking at some of the historic properties here. It's a really wonderful experience, and things that they may not have an opportunity to do in a major metropolitan area.
I think that's really great. I don't have a whole lot of other questions for you guys other than I'd like to know what your favorite things personally, and I know you don't like to pick favorite businesses or anything.
Oh boy, you're really putting me on the...
In your free time, what do you guys like to do? What's your favorite thing to do when you're not?
This is a perfect way to spend a day.
Yeah, wow. I've been on the Cape Water tours for their evening sunset cruises. highly recommend it.
Right.
I mean, it's so beautiful, and when you see, we have the most gorgeous sunsets.
We do. We have beautiful sunsets.
Just beautiful.
Oh, we have beautiful sunrises too. We're lucky that we have the way the community is positioned. We get both sunrises and beautiful sunsets.
Over the water.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, and the water just magnifies how beautiful it is. My favorite thing to do is to ride my bike. I ride the trails all the time. I just think Cape Henlopen State Park is just such a fabulous resource to have adjacent to the city, and it's just like where I like to go.
Does something great, they deserve recognition. I'm really psyched about this project. This is absolutely something that could accomplish my goal and what I want to be our goal of using our company as an example to other companies to influence what it is that they put on the top of their priority list. Thank you guys for everything you do. You guys are all rock stars. This company would not be what it is today without each and every one of you, so thank you.
In the Lewes area, there are over 400 active listings for sale on the market today, giving those who seek beach living more options to choose from than Rehoboth, Dewey, or Bethany Beach. Some of the most attractive homes and sought-after properties in Lewes are those located directly downtown and on Lewes Beach. The average price of these homes located within city limits are $955,000. With so much beautiful scenery and classic style, it is no surprise that the demand to live in the downtown area in Lewes Beach is so high. The delicious food in Lewes is also a major draw for both visitors and locals alike. Today we're going to check in with a local family that has been a huge part of raising the bar for the restaurant and culinary scene here in Lewes. Let's go check in with the McEwen family, the owners of Agave, Nectar, and Lewes' newest addition, the Station on Kings. So here we are at Agave with Chris and Sarah McEwen. They're owners of Nectar and Agave, and their family also owns the Station on Kings, one of the newest additions to Lewes. Thank you guys for joining me.
Yeah, no problem.
It's nice to see
Nice
you.
to see you.
Yeah. So my first question would be, Chris, why do you think people like Agave so much? You've definitely become one of the more popular Mexican restaurants here in the Southern Delaware region. Why do you think that is?
This is kind of a Southern California type dining experience. The ambiance, the food is made fresh every day now. We have a separate kitchen off site where we do the deliveries every day, and our prep people work 2 a.m. till about noon every single day to get the food here. Made fresh. We make the guacamole to order. We make all our sauces.
So Sarah, Nectar, you opened that. It's a juice bar and breakfast and lunch?
Yep, it's a full service restaurant we serve breakfast and lunch, and it's a juice bar also. So a lot of misconceptions that it's only a juice bar, but we actually do serve a full menu. We have wait staff. We have a full bar, which is also a huge draw because we can do fresh fruit mimosas with freshly juiced fruit. Our Bloody Mary mix is made through a juicer, so it's freshly pureed tomatoes. Same concept as Agave, like what Chris was talking about.
Before I let you guys go, tell me a little bit about the newest restaurant in the family, the Station on Kings.
Sure, it is.
It's more than just a restaurant.
It is more than just a restaurant. You took the words right out of my mouth. It's located on Kings Highway, right when you come into Lewes, into downtown Lewes. It's a large pole barn style building. It's really beautiful inside, a huge high ceilings cavernous space, and then the space is divided up into different kind of mini businesses in a way. You will be hooked. I mean, I have a new favorite every other week.
Do you have any vision, or what are your thoughts on like the future of the culinary scene here in Lewes? It's obviously, the bar I think has been raised. I think you guys are part of it, and you know, it seems to be more and more restaurants popping up in Lewes and expanding out towards the highway, as you know, like the station in Kings is.
There's been a lot more competition coming in. All the restaurants in Lewes have been great, and us growing up here and you growing up here, the restaurants have been great. There's a lot going on in town with new restaurants. There's another Indian cuisine. There might be Thai cuisine coming in, and with Heirlooms, awesome. There's a steakhouse down the road now, so I mean, certain little niches really have to perform at their best, or they're gonna get washed out. And we don't want that for anybody. And we love as many restaurants coming in as possible. You know, the more people, the better. It brings business to the town, to the entire area, and just helps us grow.
As you move outside the city limits of Lewes, you will find the most active listings and more new construction with prices averaging around $400,000. Some of these options located along Gills Neck Road between Coastal Highway and Lewes Beach are still very close to the water in downtown region, including Senators, Hawkeseye, and Governors. For those of you who like to exercise, these neighborhoods offer easy access to the Breakwater Junction Trail and can take you to everything you need without having to use a car. There are also many communities to choose from as you move towards western Lewes, such as the villages of Herring Creek, the Plantations, Heron Bay, Coastal Club, Lewes Crossing, and the villages at Red Mill Pond. While these homes are not situated near the beach or downtown region, they are still located conveniently close to everything you need with easy access to Coastal Highway. When we come back, we're going to learn about Governors, which is the very last housing development to be built on Gills Neck Road in Lewes, with homes being offered under $500,000 in such a great location. You are not going to want to miss this. Stay tuned.
When you fall in love, you just know it. You'll find yourself taking the scenic route, indulging in life's sweetest moments, making every hour your happiest hour. And you'll always find something to laugh about. Fall in love with Lewes. Governors, a new home community.
Today we're going to tour the Tradewind Model Townhome with Natalie Sweeney from Schell Brothers. Let's head inside and take a look. Well, here we are at Governors in Lewes. Natalie, thank you for joining us on today's show.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, this is a great townhome. Can you tell me a little bit about this model that we're in?
Yeah, so we're in the Tradewind townhome right now. So it's one of the 2 townhome plans we're offering in Governors. So we're really excited about these just because they are an opportunity to get in east of Route 1 in our amazing community at a lower price point. So the square footage of our townhomes actually don't start lower than the square footage of the single families, but the base prices do. So really great opportunity to get into the community. You actually have a lot of the same options as we have in the single family homes, like the gourmet kitchens, you have the sunroom, luxury owner suites, so lots of good features to this home.
How many square feet is this unit actually, and how many bedrooms?
Yeah, so this one starts just under 1,700 square foot, but there are options to expand, so you can actually get bigger than that. So we actually have 2 townhome plans, so the Tidewater can get up to 4 bedrooms. They both start at 3 bedrooms, so this one you can do rear extensions and sunrooms to expand the living space.
Can you tell me a little bit about some of the features, the appliances?
Sure, yeah, so in all of our homes at Governors, single families, townhomes, you're gonna get some finishes included, such as granite countertops, stainless steel GE appliances, you're gonna get all of your base molding included. So nice design finishes. This one we did do some upgrades because there are options to personalize the home. So we have some quartz countertops. We have the gourmet kitchen here. So there are different ways to make it fit your needs. But what really Schell Brothers focuses on is what's included behind the walls. So our homes are going to be more energy efficient homes, and that's our main focus.
That's great these days.
Yes, definitely.
Lower power bill.
Yeah.
And I see there's a garage. That's a benefit, I would say.
Yes, definitely for the townhomes to have a garage is really nice. In Governors, we're in the location that everybody wants, but you can actually stay under $400 for a townhome, depending on what your options are. But that's a really great opportunity to get that price point in that location.
Are there any incentives that we should know about right now with purchasing these homes in Governors?
Governors always has some kind of a special incentive going on, so the townhomes are really the best opportunity right now. We have still lots available with our launch incentives.
Are there any fees or associations in Governors that we should know about?
Yep, Governors is a condo association, so it's going to be run by the homeowners, and we do know the HOA fees now. They're going to be $195 a month for the single families and $295 a month for the townhomes. So that's going to include all of your amenities. It's also going to include community maintenance, because over half of the community actually is going to be open space, so it's going to be beautifully landscaped, and that's all going to be taken care of in the HOA. Your yard space is going to be taken care of as well. Trash and recycling, community roads. The townhomes also are going to have a little bit extra on those, so that's another benefit. It's even more low maintenance. You're going to get insurance on the exterior of the building. You're going to get your gutters taken care of. You're going to get power washing and exterior paint. So really you have to do nothing with those homes, which is great.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to check out the house a little bit, and then we're going to go talk to Adam a little bit about some of the amenities that the community offers and why it's so great to live close to Lewes.
Perfect. Sounds good.
Thanks, Natalie.
Thanks.
I appreciate it. Bye. Okay, here we are in downtown Lewes with Adam Pettingill from Schell Brothers. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, so we're here today to talk about Governors.
Yeah, Governors is kind of unique in terms of a new community because it's on the east side of Route 1. You know, that means you're a little bit closer to downtown and the beaches and everything else that you want to be close to. And for me, it's unique because I actually live down the road from Governors. So I always tell people I'm not really sending you a home as much as I'm making you a neighbor. And Gills Neck is kind of a special road because of the trail access and because of that ability to bike to the beach, bike to Rehoboth, and not have to worry about Route 1. But we're very lucky that our Governors, and it's one of maybe my biggest selling point, is that we can cycle to practically 4 breweries. I mean, that should be it, right? There shouldn't be anything else that you need for me to say.
Yeah.
You can go to Crooked Hammock, you've got Big Oyster just around the corner. You know, down on the trail you have Revelation Brewery, which is awesome, and then we just got the new Iron Hill, which is just off the trail on Glade. You know, we really didn't have to go crazy on amenities at Governors because the location itself is so great. I always tell people we could probably put paddling pools out and we'd still do great. But as it is, as this is a flagship community for Lingo and for Schell Brothers, they really went into that more resort style amenity package, and so it's going to be pretty neat. It's going to have a great combination. Pickleball, you know, we can't do anything without pickleball. We've got the courts just down here, but we're going to have 4 courts in the community, and pickleball is huge down here at the beach. You're also going to have obviously a great pool, cabanas, and then we've got this sunken area where you've got a swim-up bar, fireplace, a hot tub, and an entertainment space with a lazy river going around that space.
It sounds like vacation now.
Right, as we say, every day's a vacation, right, down here in Lewes. And so you've got that when it is super busy down here, you know, July 4th weekend, you're gonna have super amenities where you can bring the family. There's a splash area for the kids, playground. Inside there's gonna be a games room, a yoga room, a big gym, another bar, which obviously is hugely important. So there really is going to be that huge social aspect, but you know, also the active lifestyle as well. Most real estate down here, as you would know, is we get a lot of New York, a lot of New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, getting away from the taxes, beach life, this weather, which is awesome. But actually the big thing about Governors is about 50% of our sales are local people. And it's all about that low maintenance living, but keeping the location east of Route 1 and having the lifestyle that everybody still wants to keep. And that's been kind of the biggest testimonial I could talk about all through this interview. You know, for us, there's a bigger picture of, it's not just, you know, we build a home and say goodbye to you. You know, it is a lifelong relationship. You know, I see lots of people in and around town, and I usually can't go anywhere without seeing someone who I've built a house for, and that's kind of awesome because there's always that relationship where we're always going to have a drink or have a chat and catch up, and I think that's different than you'll find with most builders.
Schell Brothers brings happiness to homeowners by creating exceptional homes and providing an extraordinary buying experience. If you're interested in living in Lewes or a Schell built home, contact me today.
As a child, I used to come down here almost every summer. When we would turn off of Route 1 and onto Rehoboth Avenue, my heart would start skipping beats. I would get so excited about getting to the beach and playing on the boardwalk. To this day, I still get excited every time I turn onto Rehoboth Avenue, no matter what time of year. And that's why I love living in Delaware.
If you'd like your property featured on Southern Delaware Selections or considering listing your property for sale, be sure to contact us today. If you're looking for fun in Lewes, there's no shortage of things to do. The beach, the water, and State Park all offer great outdoor activities. But what happens when it rains? The movies, maybe some bowling? There's really only so many options when the weather turns here at the beach. On today's show, we're going to check out one of the newest additions to our region for family entertainment that can definitely fill a void on a rainy beach day and also offer some alternative exercise and training for all ages. Shall We Bounce is an awesome new trampoline park located just off Route 9 in Lewes. Let's head inside and check out the facility and see what makes this such a great attraction here at the beach. Okay, here we are with Julie Derrick, the owner of Shall We Bounce. Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me, Jason.
This place is amazing. I've
Thank
been
you.
here a few times, my kids love it, but I'd like to know from you how this all came to be and what brought you guys to open up this trampoline park here in Lewes.
We just felt like 3 seasons of the year, there's so much to do. You know, beach, pool, bay, but in the winter there was nothing to do. And so we wanted a place that was all ages, no limitations. So we have a couple different elements. We have the trampolines, as you can see behind us. We have an airbag. We have a foam pit, which the little kids love, and adults, I'd say. Really popular with the 30 and 40-year-old parents as well as the little
I like
tykes.
to do the gladiator.
Yeah, the
battle up there.
gladiator. And then we have a slam dunk. We have our main court in the back. And then we have 2 dodgeball courts. And then we also have the kid zone. So we have another element over here. And just
Lots of games.
and then we have our arcade. So we wanted there to be options. I don't want you to get bored here. I love my tourists and my visitors, but the locals really sustain us. We're a winter business. That's our busy time.
Sure.
So I want to offer weekday specials so they can come see us regularly. So it's not just a once, every now and then special treat.
One thing I wanted to ask you while I have you here is,
Yeah.
what's it like opening a business in Lewes? Because as you know, this is a real estate show, and I think a lot of the buyers here may be looking to start a business when they move to the area. What was it like opening a business in Lewes?
I think that's a good question because I actually get asked that a lot as a owner who works here. Over the years, a lot of people and young couples, they have ideas like this and they're like, how did you go for it, kind of? I will say that opening a business locally went better than I ever expected because of the support from the community. I would urge people, if you have a good idea, go for it. It offers us the quality of life that we want. We live at the beach, we don't want to work all the time. Granted, when you first open a business, you do work all the time, but then you get in that sweet spot, hopefully if you have good people working for you, where I want to enjoy my kids, I want to enjoy the beach, I want to enjoy my whole family. So I would say it's a great place to open a business. Yes, I definitely think so.
Another great business here in Lewes offering services for land and homeowners is Sussex Tree. Today we're going to go check in with them and learn more about what they have to offer. Here we're with Ryan, who's a certified arborist and plant care specialist. Thank you for joining us on the show.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, no problem. I'm glad you guys are here. This is a great business in Lewes, and I just wanted to check in with you and ask you a few questions about what you offer as far as services for the homeowner.
Sure. We offer a lot of services from tree removals to tree care to landscaping, hardscaping. we can pretty much offer the full package to the homeowner here in Lewes. We offer plant healthcare programs, anywhere from where we can remove trees right down to after we remove the trees and we do a new landscape, we can actually help you take care of the health and keep your landscape and your investment more or less as healthy as we possibly can to protect all that.
Well, it doesn't sound like there's too many things that you guys can't help somebody with on their property here in Delaware.
Absolutely, we can do pretty much whatever you need to do when it comes to tree and landscape work. Just give us a call and we'll be glad to come out and assess your property. We get free estimates, and we also, like I said, we have programs for pretty much everything, and we'll be glad to help you with that.
That's great, Ryan. It's good to know we have good local businesses like you guys here in Lewes. As we come to the end of our show here in Lewes, we're going to talk about settlement, the final process in purchasing a property. We're going to talk to the experts here at Tunnel and Razor about making this process as smooth as possible. So here we are with Jamie King, one of the partners in Tunnel and Razor. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, glad to be here, man.
Yeah, it's great to have you. As I mentioned just a moment ago, the settlement is a pretty important part of the equation with purchasing a property.
Absolutely.
Or selling a property for that matter. But before we get into talking a little bit about that, could you tell us a little bit about Tunnel and Razor, where you guys are located?
Sure.
And maybe some of the services that you guys offer?
So Tunnel and Razor has been around for over 130 years in Sussex County. We have 5 different locations in Sussex. We're in Lewes, Rehoboth, Bethany, and we just opened up our newest office in Milford, and then our flagship office is in our Georgetown, where all the courts and things are. So we're a full-service law firm. We have 10 different attorneys here at Tunnel and Razor. We do basically everything except for bankruptcies.
One of the most common questions that I get as a realtor when people are trying to purchase a home is, what is the settlement? What else is there on top of the purchase price?
Sure.
And a big part of that is still the costs that incur at settlement. Could you tell us a little bit about what's included in that?
Sure. So your settlement costs usually break down. You have some costs from your lender, loan origination fees, appraisals that are done, surveys that are done, fees for us performing the settlement. We have title searches that are done, the title examination, the document preparation as far as the deeds and those kind of things. You can also have, if it's a new construction, impact fees and those type of things. Transfer tax is a big portion of it. That's 4% of the purchase price of the property, and then associated costs as far as getting documents back and forth to your lender or wherever that may be if it is a lender situation. Those kind of comprise the bulk of the settlement costs.
Let's talk a little bit about the title. That's something that I think comes up. I've had buyers think that they need to physically bring their title into settlement, and that is not the case, correct?
It is not the case. So basically how the procedure works, we get our contract. Here at Tunnel and Razor, we do the majority of our title searches in-house, so it's our folks that are performing that service. They're in the Recorder of Deeds office. They check for outstanding mortgages, liens that may be against the property, if there's any violations of the restrictive covenants for a particular community. They go to the courthouses, into our Superior Court and Chancery Court, to make sure that the individual sellers don't have liens that attach to that property, to ensure that they're getting good marketable title. It is the seller's obligation to provide that good marketable title, and we provide that service to ensure that that is, and we're conveying the house free and clear of any encumbrances to the new buyer.
I guess the last thing I would want to ask you is, do you have any tips that you would give to somebody purchasing property here in Lewes, or anything that really comes to mind that you think you would want to tell them?
I think the biggest thing would be that rely on your professionals that you're dealing with. The realtors in this area are great. They know what they're doing, they know the area, they have those kind of the answers to those questions as far as what you can expect from this general area, and lean on your other people that you deal with as far as your attorney and lender. Like I said, there is no dumb question. This may be the first, or it may be the 10th time that you've done a real estate transaction. They're all different in their own little way, so I think the big thing is rely on the folks that you have dealing with, and have that trust in them that they're going to help you get through and make it as smooth as possible. And there is no dumb question with a real estate transaction. We do it all the time. The realtors do it all the time. So reach out. Don't be afraid to reach out and speak up.
It's been great to explore Lewes and learn more about what makes this charming coastal city so special. With so many beautiful homes, wonderful activities, and friendly people, it is easy to see why Lewes is such an attractive place to live and visit. If you're looking to purchase a home in Lewes or looking for real estate services in Southern Delaware, be sure to contact us today.